stock transfer and transfer posting. एक मिनट हाँ. Okay. Stock transfer and transfer postings. First, we will see transfer postings. Now, what is transfer posting? So already we have seen some transfer postings, like when we transfer the stock within the storage locations, within the stock types. So if we have a storage location 1000 and we have some quantities in unrestricted stock, quality inspection stock and block stock. So within storage locations, our stock is differentiated using these three stock types. So if I have some quantities in unrestricted, some quantities in quality inspection, and some quantities in blocked stock, and if I'm doing a transfer of stock quantities from unrestricted stock to quality inspection stock, from quality to block, or from block to quality, these movements are called as stock type to stock type transfer posting or stock to stock transfer posting. So what happens in transfer posting is, in transfer posting, identification of the stock changes. Sorry. Identification of stock quantity changes. And the second thing that happens is material movement is possible, not mandatory, but it can happen. So physical material movement is possible, but not mandatory. So in transfer postings, basically the identification of the stock changes. Like when I'm transferring Suppose I'm transferring 40 quantities from unrestricted stock to quality inspection stock. So after the movement posting, here 60 quantities will remain, and here 50 plus 40, 90 quantities will be the stock. Here it will be 10 quantities, and here it will be 60 quantities. Right? So what has happened? Till now, we were saying, sorry, we've transferred 40 here. अब तक जो 100 क्वांटिटीज मेरा अनरिस्ट्रिक्टेड में था, अभी क्या हो गया? 60 क्वांटिटीज अनरिस्ट्रिक्टेड में हो गया, एंड 40 क्वांटिटीज इज मूव टू क्वालिटी इंस्पेक्शन स्टॉक. सो जो 40 क्वांटिटीज को मैं अब तक अनरिस्ट्रिक्टेड स्टॉक कह रहा था, अभी उसका आइडेंटिफिकेशन चेंज हो गया. नाउ दैट बिकेम क्वालिटी इंस्पेक्शन स्टॉक. सो आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ स्टॉक क्वांटिटी चेंजेस and physical material movement is possible. Now, when you do this stock to stock transfer posting, what happens in system? Which documents gets generated? Yes. Only material document is generated. No accounting document is generated. Why? Why accounting document is not generated? Because here we are transferring the stock within the storage location, and valuation takes place at plant level. So there is no change in my plant quantity. So no change in plant quantity, no change in stock value of the material. Hence, only material document is generated, no accounting document is generated. So if you see, we had considered here 100 quantities initially, 50 quantities here initially, and 30 quantities in the block stock. So what was my stock at storage location? This is my storage location. How much quantity I had at storage location? 100 plus 50 plus 30, 180 quantities. And suppose this is the only storage location in my plant. What is my plant stock? 180 quantities. Now I am transferring 40 quantities from here to here. So it becomes 90 and it becomes 60. Again, the total stock remains same. 60 plus 90, 150 plus 30, 180. So no change in stock quantities at plant level. Plant level stock is still 180. So there is no change in quantity, no change in value. So no accounting document will get generated. Only material document is generated to record the goods movement. So this is thumb rule of inventory management. Whenever there is a goods movement, material document will always generate. Accounting document will generate or not. It depends on the movement type that we are posting. Clear? Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the next type of transfer posting is material to material transfer posting. Now, what is material to material transfer posting? So, in material to material transfer posting, we transfer stock quantities of one material to another material. Stock quantities of one material is transferred to another material. Now, to do this stock material to material transfer posting, what we have to do is there is a mandatory requirement that the base unit of both the materials, जिस मटेरियल से जिस मटेरियल में हम स्टॉक ट्रांसफर करने वाले हैं, दोनों का बेस यूनिट मस्ट बी सेम होना चाहिए. दोनों का बेस यूनिट ऑफ मेजर मस्ट बी सेम. ठीक है. नाउ इन ट्रांसफर पोस्टिंग्स, stock to stock transfer postings, we did not discuss the movement types. I'll show you in system. So it's 321, 322, 43, 344. गुड्स रिसिप्ट चैप्टर में हमने ऑलरेडी ये देखा था. 649 and 640, 650 movement types. Now material to material transfer posting, the movement type is 309. Now let us take an example for material to material transfer posting. In material to material transfer posting, we transfer the stock of one material to other material. Now suppose there are two types of cheese. One is ink cheese and the other is mature cheese. Now what happens is when you do some processing on ink cheese पे आपने कुछ processing किया, temperature related on the production line. Suppose there are 2 points, point A where your ink cheese is manufactured and point B is where your mature cheese is manufactured. 1 minute. So point A is where your ink cheese is manufactured and point B on the production line where your mature cheese is manufactured. So what happens? After some processing on ink cheese, the same ink cheese, suppose it's a block of 1 kg. 1 kg चीज का ब्लॉक है, उस पे आपने कुछ टेम्परेचर का प्रोसेसिंग प्रोडक्शन लाइन पे किया होगा. ठीक है. उसके बाद ये सेम ink cheese is converted into mature cheese. ink cheese का ही कन्वर्जन mature cheese में होता है, राइट. तो ये 1 kg ink cheese को प्रोसेस करने के बाद mature cheese 1 kg बनता है. So when a ink cheese is converted into mature cheese, your ink cheese no longer exists. यही 1 kg mature cheese बन जाता है, तो अभी उसको हम ink cheese नहीं कह सकते. तो what happens in the production line? What we do is we use this material to material transfer posting to transfer this 1 kg of ink cheese into 1 kg of mature cheese. The material code for ink cheese will be different. The material code for mature cheese will be different. So इसका material code different है, इसका material code different है, and we have to transfer this 1 kg of quantity of this ink cheese into 1 kg of quantity of this mature cheese. So what we do is we do use material to material transfer posting. Movement type 309. Now, when you post the movement type 309, what happens is both material and accounting document will get generated. How? Because here we are transferring the quantity of one material to another material. So when you transfer the quantity of one material to another material, you are also transferring the value of that material. That's the reason accounting document also generated with 309 movement type. For example, Eng cheese, you have maintained some price. Like suppose material code is A, quantity is 1 kg, and for this you have maintained some price of 50 rupees per kg material mass. Okay, and mature cheese 1 kg, and the price is 70 rupees per kg. Now, when you are transferring this A to B, 1 kg, you are also transferring the price of 50 rupees. क्योंकि ए 1 kg खत्म हो जाएगा तो इसका प्राइस 0 हो जाएगा, तो इसके स्टॉक अकाउंट से ये 50 रुपए माइनस हो रहे हैं. दैट 50 rupees you need to offset somewhere, right? So that's the reason there is a change of value in this particular goods movement. So an accounting document will be generated along with the material. Material document also gets generated because it's a goods movement, and to record the goods movement, material document is generated. Now the third type of transfer posting that we use is withdrawal of stock from consignment stock to own stock. Withdrawal of stock quantities from consignment stock to own stock. Now, vendor consignment stock, it is a special stock where vendor keeps his quantities at our premises, and the ownership of those quantities is still with the vendor. Whenever we consume some quantities, only for that quantities we pay to the vendor. Now, the stock quantities from consignment stock either can be directly posted to consumption, हम उसको डायरेक्ट कंजम्पशन के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं, या फिर वेंडर कंसाइनमेंट स्टॉक से उसको हम हमारे स्टोरेज लोकेशन पे लेके फिर उसको कंज्यूम कर सकते हैं. सो व्हेन वी विथड्रॉ द स्टॉक क्वांटिटीज from vendor consignment stock to our own stock, that is also called as transfer posting, because again in this transaction the identification is changing from vendor consignment stock, we are moving it to our own stock. तो अब तक जो quantity vendor consignment कहलाता था, after the goods movement it will be our own stock. The movement type used is 411K. K is a special stock indicator. We will see this later when we see the consignment process. Okay. Again, here what happens is when we do this goods movement, the ownership of the stock quantities is transferred from vendor to our company. So along with the material document, accounting document is also generated. So material and accounting document is generated in withdrawal from consignment stock to own stock. Clear? Any doubt, any question? Now we will go into system and we will see this movements in system. Okay. Now this particular material 100 quantities are available. 100 quantities is showing in on order stock because there is a PO that is open for this material which is of 100 quantities. I'll do the goods receipt and then the stock will be available in unrestricted use stock. Now let me do the goods receipt for this purchase order, copy it. Check and so I am receiving these quantities, 100 quantities in unrestricted use. Okay, check this and you can change it. Post it. Now you refresh the stock quantities and you can see 100 quantities are available in unrestricted use stock. Now, if I'm moving some quantities out of this 100 into quality inspection or into block stock, then that is called as stock type to stock type transfer posting or stock to stock transfer posting. Now I'll do the transfer posting. Let's go to Migo, select here transfer posting. Okay. Now transfer posting, here we need to select other and the movement type is if you want to transfer quantities from unrestricted to quality inspection, the movement type is three 21 or 22. Transfer posting quality inspection to unrestricted. Okay, 322 is the movement type. Remove this K because this is not a consignment stock. We are transferring it from the unrestricted stock to quality inspection stock. So if you see its description, it says TR quality to unrestricted. So this is not from quality inspection to unrestricted. It is reversal of quality to unrestricted. It means unrestricted to quality. The movement type is 322. Now enter the material here. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so me go plant and storage location. If you see from material 256 to material 256, from plant AGP2 to plant AGP2, SL01 to SL01. So the source material, plant and storage location are same as destination material, plant and storage location. And how much quantity we want to transfer? Suppose I am transferring 30 quantities. Okay. So from this movement type, system gets these details automatically. System understands that we are doing a stock type to stock type transfer posting. Now you check this and post it. Enter the enter here. Post it. Posted. Display this, and you can see accounting document is not generated. So what we learned here, only material document is generated and no accounting document is generated. So this is the material document that is generated, which records who has posted this goods movement and what are the details that we entered while posting the goods movement. Now if you go to check the stock, MMB, execute it. Now you have 70 quantities in unrestricted stock and 30 quantities is quality inspection stock. Got it? Now remaining movement types you can practice. 343, 344, 349, 350. Okay. Now the second type of transfer posting is material to material transfer posting. And third is withdrawal from consignment stock to own stock. Let me see if there is any consignment stock available. Consignment PO. Now here I have some stock quantities in consignment stock. You can see here some quantities are available in SL02. Now here in SL01 I have a vendor consignment stock, 100 quantities in quality inspection, and here in SL02 I have vendor consignment stock of 60 quantities. Now if you see the total plant stock, the total plant stock I'm talking about only unrestricted use quantities. So in unrestricted at plant level I can see 220 quantities because in SL01 I don't have any quantities. In SL02 I have 20 quantities and in SL03 I have 200 quantities. So 200 plus 20, 220 quantities are there. These 60 quantities which are available in vendor consignment stock are not owned by us. This is owned by vendor. That's the reason this 60 is not added here at plant level stock. Total is 200 plus 20 plus 60, 280. But these 60 quantities are not considered because this is owned by vendor and this stock is vendor consignment stock. भले ही ये दिखता हमारे यहाँ पे है, हमारे स्टोरेज लोकेशन के अंदर एज अ कंसाइनमेंट स्टॉक उसको रखा हुआ है. बट इट इज नॉट आवर स्टॉक, इट इज ओन्ड बाय वेंडर। इसका वैल्यू अभी भी वेंडर ओन करता है, हम लोग नहीं ओन करते। नाउ व्हेन वी ट्रांसफर सम क्वांटिटीज फ्रॉम दिस वेंडर कंसाइनमेंट स्टॉक टू आवर ओन स्टॉक, दिस इज आवर ओन स्टॉक 20 क्वांटिटीज। तो अगर मैं वेंडर कंसाइनमेंट स्टॉक से कुछ क्वांटिटी निकाल के इस SL02 स्टोरेज लोकेशन में या SL01 स्टोरेज लोकेशन में कहीं पे भी मेरे स्टोरेज लोकेशन में लेता हूं, तो उसका वैल्यू, उसका ओनरशिप मुझ पे ट्रांसफर हो जाता है। दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज withdrawal from consignment stock to own stock. So we will do this. Now let me copy this material. Let's go to Migo. Again, transfer posting. Other movement type will be 411K. Transfer posting, consignment to own stock. Enter the material, enter the plant, enter the storage location, enter the vendor here. जिस वेंडर का कंसाइनमेंट स्टॉक है वो वेंडर हमको यहाँ पे डालना है, एंड दिस इज द वेंडर 400129। क्या किया मैंने, वेंडर कंसाइनमेंट को सिलेक्ट किया, डिटेल डिस्प्ले में गया, यहाँ पे मुझे उसका वेंडर नंबर मिला, मैंने उसको कॉपी किया, यहाँ पे मैंने वेंडर डाला, एंटर। हाउ मच क्वांटिटी यू वांट टू मूव, आउट ऑफ 60 सपोज आई एम मूविंग 30 क्वांटिटीज, तो मैं यहाँ पे डालूंगा 30 क्वांटिटीज। कौन से स्टोरेज लोकेशन में डालना है, डेस्टिनेशन, स्टोरेज लोकेशन एंड प्लांट। डेस्टिनेशन प्लांट इज AGP2, स्टोरेज लोकेशन कहाँ पे डालना है, आप SL01 में भी डाल सकते हो, SL02 में भी डाल सकते हो। So let me transfer it to SL01 30 quantities. So I'm moving quantities from consignment stock to own stock. Check and post it. Easy, easy. It's not possible. Okay. Check. And now you can post it. There you go. Post it. Now display this. Accounting document is generated here, and you can see 1500 rupees stock is a debit to your stock account. 1500 rupees increased in our stock account, and 1500, this is like your GRIR clearing account, accounts payable. We need to pay vendor 1500 rupees. Okay, so accounting document is generated and the valuation of this stock takes place with material master price. तो 30 क्वांटिटीज हमने लिया है, 1500 है, मतलब मटेरियल मास्टर में 50 रुपीज उसका प्राइस होगा। इफ यू चेक द मटेरियल मास्टर रिकॉर्ड, अकाउंटिंग डेटा, नो 26.45 in AGP2, no sorry, this is consignment process। तो कंसाइनमेंट के PIR में जो प्राइस होगा उससे इसका वैल्यूएशन होगा। If you go to ME13, enter the vendor here, enter the purchasing organization and see the consignment info record. You can see the price here as 50 rupees. Okay. So valuation जो होता है वो consignment info record की price से होता है. And if you refresh the stock now, यहाँ से 30 निकल के यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. 30 quantities are transferred to storage location here. Now this is your own stock. So if you see the total stock at plant level now 250, पहले 220 था. Plant level पे quantity increase हुआ, पहले 220 था अभी 250 था, तो valuation post होगा. So material document is generated, accounting document is also generated. Now we will see material to material transfer posting. ठीक है. Now for example this material base unit of measure is each, and the other material that we saw just now MMB 256 executed. Now this material is also having the base unit of measure as each, and this material is also having the base unit of measure each. This is in plant AGP2, this is also in plant AGP2. So we can do a material to material transfer posting. हम इसका material to material transfer posting कर सकते हैं. Now if I want to, suppose this is your young cheese and this is your mature cheese, like that. So if I want to transfer these 20 quantities from this 231 material to this 256 material, I can use material to material transfer posting. Again, we need to select here transfer posting. Movement type will be 309. Now, from material to material. So this is your source and this is your destination. So कौन सा material transfer करना है? 231 को transfer करना है. Copy 231. Enter here. Plant AGP2 storage location SL01 and how much quantity we want to transfer? 30 quantities. What is the destination material? Destination material is this. Copy this material. Enter. Check. Why it is asking vendor? Should not ask vendor. We are not. It should not ask the vendor, but I think this mail is mandatory here. Let me enter it. Check it and post it. Display it. So material document is generated. This is your material document number. Go to document info and an accounting document is also generated. So you see here BSX means inventory. So inventory of this material 231 is reduced by 793.60 and it is added to this material stock account. तो एक मटेरियल के स्टॉक अकाउंट में से इतना वैल्यू माइनस हो गया और दूसरे में इतना वैल्यू प्लस हो गया. हाउ दिस वैल्यूएशन टेक्स प्लेस? 793 इसका प्राइस कैसे आया? 30 क्वांटिटीज इनटू सेंडिंग मटेरियल्स मटेरियल मास्टर प्राइस. तो ये हमारा ट्रांसफर किया हुआ मटेरियल है. इसका अकाउंटिंग व्यू अगर देखोगे तो इसमें 26.45 है. सो 26.45 इंटू 30 is what is the value calculated here. And if you refresh the stocks now, यहाँ से 30 क्वांटिटी माइनस होगा एंड यहाँ पे 30 क्वांटिटी प्लस होगा. 100 quantities. So this is how transfer posting works. Any doubts, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Tomorrow we will continue stock transfer. Okay. So practice this today. If you have any doubts, any questions, let me know tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Bye bye. Take care.